How can you help yourself with constipation in the simplest and most accessible way? How can you stop using laxatives while restoring normal bowel function? The topic of this video will be relevant to a large number of people who, as doctors often observe, have already tried many different medications but still have not achieved a lasting effect. Each case requires careful consideration of typical symptoms. For example, the volume of stool compared to the amount of food consumed, its consistency, the frequency of bowel movements, signs of bloating, intestinal pain, and a number of other factors. Since we usually do not have enough time to analyze each problem in such detail, let us move directly to ways to help yourself independently and as quickly as possible. So, which methods can help empty the bowels? On the internet, you can find many points that supposedly trigger bowel movements when pressed. In this video, we will not focus on such distractions from the desired result. In practice, many mothers have already become convinced of the effectiveness of circular abdominal massage performed clockwise, especially after drinking a sufficient amount of warm water or juice. For adults, rhythmic pressure on the lower left side of the abdomen also stimulates intestinal activity through almost direct massage of this area. For adults, mineral waters with a salt content of 10 to 20 grams per liter are ideal. Such waters are poorly absorbed by the intestinal walls, effectively liquefy stool, and promote rapid activation of intestinal contractions. However, this method should not be overused. If you are prone to constipation, your diet should always contain a sufficient amount of fiber. It contributes to the formation of normal stool, which, in turn, stimulates the intestinal walls for timely elimination. And finally, the most interesting method we would like to introduce today is an Indian practice using a special technique called Shank Prakshalana. The principle of this method consists of drinking several liters of warm, salted water. After this, a very active inflow of excess fluid from other body tissues into the intestinal tract begins, along with intensive cleansing of various types of waste inside it. The final stage ends with liquid stool that is almost colorless, with a slight admixture of bile. Thus, it is possible to cleanse the liver and gallbladder at the same time. The basic principles of performing the procedure: it should be started only on an empty stomach, so that nothing interferes with the absorption of liquid in the stomach and intestines. For drinking, you will need to prepare 3 liters of solution, consisting of water and 1 teaspoon of regular salt per liter, a total of 3 teaspoons. The water should be close to body temperature. The smaller the temperature difference, the more effective the method will be. You should begin drinking the solution in moderate amounts. Once the process starts, the salted water will be consumed without difficulty. Depending on individual response, you may stop after 1 to 2 liters. After this, the body must be allowed to cleanse itself completely. During this time, you should begin drinking plain water without salt in order to replenish fluid losses while the intestines are being cleansed. When the effect of this method ends, you may feel significant relief, freshness, and at the same time, some fatigue. However, your body will now remember how to respond to a high intake of salt. In the following years, you may perform a similar procedure using moderately or strongly mineralized water. Agree, this option is indeed somewhat more pleasant. To enhance intestinal peristalsis, it is also necessary to perform several simple exercises. Side bends with raised arms clasped together, 30 to 40 repetitions. Gentle torso twists to the right and left, with arms bent at the elbows and extended to the sides. Next is the cobra pose, turning the gaze over the shoulder while lying on the stomach with arms extended and supporting the body. And the final exercise is seated twists. To perform them, you need to kneel on one knee, resting the opposite hand behind the other knee, and turn your body in the same direction. Then switch sides in a mirrored position. These exercises are quite simple, and once you master them, they will be performed automatically and work in a similar way even without drinking salted water. In extreme cases, you may drink from half a liter to 1 liter of regular mineral water. This method of intestinal cleansing should not be abused. Remember that in addition to waste accumulation, most of the beneficial microflora of our body also lives there. We wish you to regulate bowel function without using chemical pharmaceutical products. In severe cases, ancient methods will certainly help you. Leave your comments, stay healthy, and be full of positive energy.